who is one of the social media specialists here at CGU, to talk through building how you build your social media presence and have good policies around social media as a professional in higher ed. So I'm going to let her take it away, and then we'll chat afterwards.
Sounds great. Thank you so much for having me. I'm the new social media specialist here at CGU. I joined in November. Our whole marketing department is fairly new, but we've been making some great progress on branding and building a social media presence as an institution. So I'm here to help you realize how to do that as well for your personal profiles as faculty and staff and overall professionals in higher education here on campus. All right. So why use social media? Currently, we've been using social media to connect with CGU. You can use it to connect your school, prospective and current students, alumni, and industry professionals with yourself and your community. We use it to build personal brand equity and community through content and engagement. You can use it to promote your research or program and expand your network, reach, and audience, as well as stay up to date with industry news, trends, and research. We also want you to note that many students come to CGU for specific faculty, so it's critical that you have an online presence and that when people look you up, that you are giving your best self to your online portrayal of who you are. Prospective students will do their research, and so if your profile is not ready for them to view, you might miss out on an opportunity that could have been there for you to network and really build a connection. This is a screenshot of some comments that we got from a LinkedIn post featuring Professor Brian Hilton of CSAT. We have a lot of great content going out, and we have such great engagement because of some tips and tricks, which I will elaborate more on in a few slides. So which social media channels to focus on? We recommend you focus on LinkedIn and Instagram as faculty and staff due to your target audience, your social media goals, and the type of content you will be posting. So why LinkedIn? We found that LinkedIn is a public professional networking platform. It helps its members seek to learn, build, and maintain relationships and network. And there are so many CGU alumni on there as well who are active. And definitely we have just a lot of professionals more on LinkedIn than on Facebook or Instagram and Twitter. But you can also use those platforms. We also have Instagram on here because it has over 1 billion monthly active users and it's highly visual, which means it's great if you like to post video content, especially as it relates to art, music, research finding. You can also post infographics and photos. And this helps cater to target audiences under the age of 40. So just be mindful of the demographics that are on the different platforms. There is research behind who is on these different various platforms. Also note that your profile can be set to private on Instagram if preferred, while LinkedIn is public. So different channels serve different purposes. This is just the current state of social media to reiterate why it's important that we are constantly engaging and participating in posting, because social media is not what it used to be. Organic reach, which means unpaid posting, which is what you would do with like posting a picture, has decreased drastically in the amount of engagement that it's been getting over the years due to privacy updates and social media channels enforcing a pay-to-play model. So here at CGU, we do use organic reach most of the time, but we also have paid advertisements to get people to know about CGU through Instagram ads, Facebook ads, that kind of stuff. But obviously, as a professional, you maybe don't want to spend money on that kind of marketing, which is fine. But this is just to say you have to do certain things to increase your organic reach. The number one thing you can do is engage. So engaging in a timely manner signals to the algorithm that your content is engaging and should be shown to more people. We recommend you can follow the CGU social media accounts and relevant social industry accounts and spend a few minutes every day commenting on social media accounts to generate an overall lift in reach and engagement. You can also tag our official CGU social media channels, and I'll be sure to see those and repost it. So for instance, if you're hosting an event on campus or you want to promote a class that you're having, you can definitely tag us and I'll be sure to repost those so that your post gets more engagement with our followers who are seeing your content as well. Note that your LinkedIn profile is public, as I mentioned, and Instagram profiles can be kept private if preferred. These are just our various 6 official accounts that we have. If you want to follow them and tag us, like I said, I'll be sure to follow you back and respond and interact with your posts to help us overall reach and lift one another up. Additional CGU social media accounts and student run accounts can be found here, and I'll provide this slide deck at the end so that you can see what accounts you can be engaging with. These are some media resources and tools for best practices, LinkedIn best practices and how-to guides, CGU brand guidelines and resources if you wanted to include a school logo on a post that you're making as a faculty member or staff member, social media policy, and our SharePoint, which has shareable content on it. There's also Instagram best practices and how-tos. So this is great for beginners. If you need to know how to make a post or what time is best to post, these all help you as well. Now I'll jump into how to use social media specifically. And this is focused more on LinkedIn. So the duration of the rest of this meeting will be about LinkedIn. So we recommend you follow CGU as well as your school or department and industry publications and thought leaders on your social media channels. We want you to also engage with posts by liking and commenting and repost posts to be part of the conversation or to start a conversation. Connect with others and build your professional network. And the reason for all of this is when you want to build your presence, you are the company that you keep, and people see that. So if you're engaging with like-minded people or thought leaders that are in your profession, that helps to build your platform and build your online presence as well. So this is how to build your LinkedIn profile. Think of LinkedIn as your mini website. So you want to ensure that you have a high quality profile picture and that you upload a background or cover photo to match it. We've tagged here a link to LinkedIn cover photos that you can use as faculty and staff that have the Claremont Graduate University logo as well as the different school logos. So you can go into that database and see what's available for you to put on your LinkedIn. As I noted, this is a place that people will come to read more about you and will want to learn what you're an expert in and how they can build a relationship with you. So it's really important that you keep your profile updated with current jobs, latest articles, and recent activity, and that you start engaging with others. And this screenshot here is of my LinkedIn profile and how you can edit. So you can click on the pen icon to edit your intro and headline. And it can say anything about yourself. It doesn't have to be like just a few words. It can be a longer, almost like a bio, which will show up whenever you interact on LinkedIn. How to use LinkedIn. Again, the goal is to engage with CGU, your school, prospective and current students, alumni, and industry professionals. Incorporate the below into your weekly or daily workflow. So 5 things that we recommend you do to engage on LinkedIn and to build your presence is to repost posts from others, to create your own posts, respond to messages, comment on others' posts, and react, which could look like just leaving a little heart or a like on other people's posts. And this might sound like a lot, but it really isn't too difficult. One thing that we have been doing, if you notice, like on our personal CGU accounts, is we'll recommend our faculty and staff to leave like a fire emoji. So it's as simple as just an emoji, send, and that itself is an easy lift to help build all of us to come up more on the feed, to show up in other people's networks, to just overall show engagement. So you can just go through your feed and like people's posts, comment a little happy face, anything that's really that simple that you can do in a few minutes. And those are things you can do weekly just to help build your presence. This is a little bit more about reposting on LinkedIn. There's 2 ways you can repost. One is just a simple repost, which instantly brings the post onto your feed and others' feeds, or a repost with your thoughts, which is a feature that allows you to add a comment with your original post. So in this example here, CGU reposted with their thoughts, which is the comment, "Look out for these posters around campus." So simple 6 words and an emoji really helps to build this professor's presence and build up our network. This is on how to create your own posts on LinkedIn. Simply click on the create a post and you'll see all these options. You can add a photo, add a document, share certain information about yourselves, videos, etc. And posting and sharing content on LinkedIn is linked here for as an additional resource in case you want to see how to do that with a specific feature like an article or a poll. These are examples of creating your own posts. So we see Dave Specht here did a quick post about speaking to a packed house in Iowa. He used hashtags, which is something we also recommend because hashtags help to have the algorithm notice what your niche is. So for instance, you could use hashtag faculty member at CGU or something that's very specific to yourself, hashtag whatever your expertise would be in. And that just helps out the algorithm to know what it is that you're posting about. And if individuals look up a certain topic, your post will go onto their search as a result. We also encourage you to tag pages and people. So for instance, in this example in the center, Dave Specht tagged this person here on LinkedIn, and that allows her to get a notification that she was tagged, which means she can repost it. And that helps build both of your presences, and both of those people will get this post on their platform. We recommend posting visuals because visuals are just really appealing nowadays to people, and it stops them from scrolling for just a second, which we know is something that's getting harder and harder to do on social media. So if you can post a photo or a flyer, that will help you with getting your engagement up as well. And of course, always keep it professional. So as faculty and staff here at CGU, you are being held to a standard to withhold our CGU community and our what we stand for. So make sure that you're using adequate language and just how to do what you do best. So just make sure that you're always having yourself accountable and holding yourself to a high standard when you're presenting yourself and portraying yourself on social media as you would on campus or in the community. Which brings us to our next slide, which is about responding to direct messages. We recommend that you can respond to text, direct messages in a timely manner, which means answering questions that might arise or sharing resources, having conversations. And of course, we mentioned staying cordial and professional. Here's a guide on more information about how to send messages to people that you're connected with. And it's almost as simple as just putting a like. If someone sends you something, you just want to show that you read it, or you can comment and respond back and have a full-on conversation on LinkedIn. These are tips for social media copy and imagery. You might not need these as much unless you're really going to post a lot of content. But for captions, we recommend spacing out your words. So if you're writing like a lengthy copy, we recommend spacing it out for readability. And for media, you can upload as many images as you'd like. It'll show up in a multi-image carousel, which is what it's called when there's more than one image on a post. You can also upload PDFs and videos up to 10 minutes long. So I think my next slide got a little bit wonky. Here are some hashtags. Again, we mentioned using hashtags for discoverability. These are official ones. If you want to use these as professionals on our campus, you can use hashtag CGU in your posts on Instagram and LinkedIn and Twitter as well. You can also use hashtag carry the flame, which we do often, and a few other ones. Again, these add context to your content, and they increase the likelihood of your post or content appearing on a hashtag page or in a relevant search. We touched on this a little bit, but tagging and mentioning people also helps you to build your presence, because when a tagged account is in your post, the person will also see it. And so you're helping uplift your community and all the people that you're networking with in just one simple post and with this one simple action. And you would do that by typing the @ symbol followed by their account name. You'll see this example here. We tagged Rachel Camacho, and her entire name was like this on LinkedIn, so that is exactly how it will appear. We recommend adding links as well. So if you have a website or you have research on a different platform that you want to expose people to, feel free to add links to articles or other profiles, etc. On LinkedIn, it'll shorten to this blue bolded segment right here that becomes shortened from a longer link. You can also add these to custom images. You can add these to videos. Really just on anything, you can add a link to an outside source. We just recommend that you test them in another browser or window to make sure that they work. And that's pretty much it for me on how to build your presence. It really just comes down to engagement and posting and being present to build your presence.